Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
My name's Olive and this is my dad, Mike.
And we're really excited to be with you live on Facebook once again. I think we enjoy these live ones and then just post it on the YouTube later.
They're easy.
Yeah. And today we are going to talk about a movie we watched that came out on Christmas. We watched it on the 26th. We watched Wonder Woman on the 25th. We reviewed that yesterday. If you didn't see that video, I'll sum it up as quick as possible.
It is terrible.
It is terrible. But today we're going to review a movie that we loved.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, we loved it. And what movie is that?
It is called Soul from Disney Plus.
Soul, Pixar's Soul. All right, so I'm going to preface this by saying we're going to try not to say spoilers. And I just watched the movie trailer for the first time. I did not see the trailer before watching. I had no idea whatsoever what this movie was about. I knew it had Jamie Foxx and it had to do with piano, and that's all. But in the movie trailer, they do show a lot of things in it. So I'm going to try not to say anything more than what was in the movie trailer. And so,
but I didn't see the movie.
You didn't see the movie trailer, but I'm going to tell you what was in the movie trailer right now. So if you want absolutely no, here's my overall review though. If you just don't want to watch this, what I'm going to say is, go watch it. It's great. Go watch it. Like if you're watching this live, stop watching us, watch that, and then watch this later on YouTube or something because it's great. It is wonderful. It is incredible. It is. If you liked, it's by the same director who did Up and Inside Out and a couple other Pixar ones, but it is a combination of Inside Out, Coco, and Ratatouille.
Wait, what is Ratatouille in it?
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we're going to try not to spoil it, but I'm going to tell you what happens at least in this because I was so surprised. It's basically Joe, right? His name's Joe, played by... Joey, played by... by Jamie Foxx, and he's a jazz musician, and and you go through his life, and he's a jazz teacher.
And he's terrible at that.
Well, he's not terrible at it, but the kids aren't great, and so he's a very good musician, but he just hasn't been able to... Like probably most jazz musicians, if you're like really, really good, it's still like it's jazz, like La La Land. It's right. I mean, he's basically what's his face in La La Land. You saw La La Land? This isn't about La La Land. Anyway, but within like the first 10 minutes of the movie, he dies. He like straight up dies. And I remember, like, he had just gotten, like, a gig, and he was going through his life, and then he falls down a sewer and dies. And then his soul, like, goes to this other place. And I remember I turned to Molly, my wife, and was just like, wait, did he just die? So I knew nothing about it. And then it's about him not wanting to go to the next step, and he goes to the previous step, and he's, like, interacting with all these yet to be born babies, and that's where babies get their personality before they come on Earth, and he meets number 22, which means it's like probably the number 22, supposed to be the 22nd baby ever born.
Yeah.
Played by Tina Fey.
Yeah, and this is also one thing. Like the first baby they called out, I think was like somewhere in the thousands.
No, somewhere in the billions it was.
Yes, billions.
Yeah, and then they were called number 22 because Tina Fey refuses to go to Earth. And so she is partnered up with Joe, and hijinks ensue, and it's hilarity and problems and all this kind of stuff.
And her voice is annoying. That's what she says.
It's really difficult to say anything about this without not ruining it. It's still going to be good, but it's just fantastic. Molly mentioned in the comments, Penny is not here. Penny watched it. Penny loved it.
She actually watched it.
She watched the entire thing. She didn't move. Penny is rewatching it right now instead of reviewing it. That's how much she liked it. Was just like, I would rather just watch it again than talk about it.
Yeah, who cares about talking? Let's just keep watching.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd seen a lot of people already post that they'd seen this. And so that's kind of why I felt like, oh, we can talk about it because I'm not ruining anything. It's on Disney. If you have Disney, watch it. If you liked Inside Out, watch it. You're gonna like this. I thought it was very similar to Inside Out. Same director. Okay. What?
The people actually kind of look like those Inside Out people, just smaller and only blue.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a certain
Those blobs that like walk on the train and stuff. Kind of like
the
those,
memory
like,
thing. Yeah.
Like just carved into
It had
something.
very much Inside Out. Like I almost feel like it's the same world as Inside Out. Basically, they're saying this lives in your body, Inside Out lives in your body, and this lives in your soul. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna want to watch Inside Out again, like tomorrow, to see if there's almost even any reference to the soul.
Maybe.
I don't know. We gotta watch it again. We've seen it a million times.
Little light.
All right, so let's get to some categories. Remember to look at the camera, not just me. I know you love just looking at me. You can see this light here. You can see the light behind. Oh, because Penny's usually sitting here and she's blocking the light. Things you figure out when you're doing it live. All right. So first off, tell us in the comments if you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it specifically. If you haven't seen it, all right.
You don't have to.
So what's your favorite character? No. That's my favorite character too.
Yeah, I liked all the Joeys.
All the Joeys.
Well, I like that there was so many Jerrys.
Jerry's, yeah. Jerry's kind of like the
22.
The helper in the afterlife. Or not afterlife, before life. It's kind of confusing. And there's a couple different Jerrys. Fortune Femster is one of them. Fortune Femster?
There was like a big Jerry. There was just so many Jerrys. Like they were all Jerrys but one that was just called Terry.
I think we lost a bunch of people. Benita, you've seen it, great. But then we had a bunch of people and they all just went off.
Oh, people are coming back on.
Woo, so anyway,
names.
so definitely both of our characters, our favorite character is somebody that we don't want to ruin.
But I'll just say 22.
22,
she was funny.
22 is great. Tina Fey, you almost have no idea. If you didn't know it was Tina Fey and Jamie Foxx, you really wouldn't realize it, I don't think. I think you'd be like, oh, who's that voice? But then once you do know, Tina Fey does a very good job, which is very funny. Like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler was the Joy character in Inside Out. So now they both have a Pixar voice that are very similar kind of character.
Joy was Tina Fey?
No, Joy was Amy Poehler from Parks and Rec. I love the John Mulaney Sack Lunch Bunch. I'm sorry. When they're doing a focus group with kids about kids' movie and they're like, did knowing Dak Shepard was the voice of this, did this increase your enjoyment? And they're like, which is funny. Like, why would kids care whether or not these voices were Tina Fey and Jamie Foxx? But they do a great job. So both of our favorite characters is something we can't talk about. But if you've seen it, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. It's a great, and that's my favorite scene as well. Like that whole stretch of 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, I don't know how long. Wait, wasn't it for like half the movie?
It wasn't half the movie, but I love that scene. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of scenes. Whereas when we watched Wonder Woman, we couldn't figure out a scene we liked. And now it's like, oh, we liked all of these scenes.
And
it's
can't
really
tell you.
Incredible, the difference between the two movies that we've seen the last 48 hours. And I think these movies, because of what's going on with the pandemic and having to watch these at home and streaming, not having to, some people are going to the movies. We aren't. I think these movies are going to be like forever linked in people's minds. Wonder Woman, 1984, and Soul. Like 10 years from now, people are going to be like, oh, did you like Soul? And they're going to be like, yeah. Or did you like Wonder Woman? And they're like, Soul was a lot better. Like, people are going to say that, and we're like, why would they say that? Okay, what did we
you go first.
The only thing I don't like about it is just my kind of criticism of all Pixar movies. Well, a lot of them, like 90% of them, is the central character is so singularly focused on their goal that they don't see anything else. And like, obviously that's the point.
Oh yeah, kind of like, wait, is Toy Story?
Yeah, Toy Story.
Kind of like Toy Story. I think it was, yeah, the fourth one. Woody was so
All of
focused.
them, not just the fourth
yes,
one, all of them.
Literally all of them. Woody was so focused. I said focused.
So focused. Keep going.
On just finding Forky so he could bring him back.
Yeah.
That he didn't even care like what other of
Yeah,
them.
I mean that's probably the worst. Best example of it is Woody in all the Toy Story is like he's just singularly focused, and I just looked it up and I forgot it. Pete Docter, who directed and wrote this and Up and Inside Out, he also wrote the first two Toy Stories, and so I think that's just kind of a motif he's going for, that every few years he's going to make a movie about a character that is so focused on his goal, and maybe this is just something he lives with. He's a very successful person. Maybe he realizes, I'm putting so much focus on my goal of being this incredible animator, CGI director, and I'm ignoring the rest of life.
Wait, what was the second one? Was the second one when they were in daycare, or was the second one when...
Second one is they're gonna...
find the horse and the
horse, yeah.
Oh yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah. All right, so was this good for kids?
Yes. I think kids would probably watch it like,
yeah.
Kind of like, over and over again. Because the first time Penny saw Trolls, she like watched it 10 more times after that moment. It was actually pretty boring, so I'm going to tell Penny, don't watch it 10 more times or you'll just get bored of it and you don't want to watch it anymore.
That's not the case with 5-year-olds. They can watch things over and over and over again.
And they never get bored.
Yeah, this is perfect for kids. Although I will say there's probably one scary part with the
Lost Souls.
The Lost Souls. I mean, just saying that sounds scary. So there might be 30 seconds of...
Well, plus the people who kept saying 22 was like, hey, I like everybody but you.
Yeah, there's a few sections for little kids. But I will say Inside Out had some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I think...
If your kid watched Inside Out and they're fine with it...
Like, fully fine with it.
They're fully fine with it. Then I think this would be completely fine. Yeah. Right? I will say, though, that your kids will probably have some questions about the afterlife.
Yeah, I also have one question.
Yeah.
How...
About the afterlife or about the movie?
I really don't know about either. So...
Mike and I'll review the afterlife.
Da-da! So my question mostly is, why was there a guy counting?
Why is there a guy counting?
Well, mostly...
He wanted to make sure that the souls that they had matched the souls that were missing from Earth.
Yeah, I also have
Which, I guess that's one of my criticisms, is like, they're like, this is the first time we've lost a soul. It wasn't very hard for him to just jump off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, all he had to do is rip, like, something off, and then, like,
yeah. That's
all.
That's unbelievable, Pixar. You're trying to tell me that...
Yeah, just make stairs.
It's a major plot. No, that's not what I'm not worried about the stairs. I'm saying the fact that he was the first one that they lost his soul. Like, of the billions and billions of people that have lived and died, he's the first one that made it back to Earth.
Yeah, and this is also one, like, kind of confusing thing, too. When Joey?
Yes.
When Joey was like, what is this? When he looked behind to that old lady, she was like, oh, this is the right beyond. I've been waiting 106 years for this. How does she already know that?
No, she's saying she's been alive for 106 years. and that she has been waiting to die.
Why?
Because she's 106 years old, and she's like, I did everything I needed to on Earth in life. I'm excited for the next thing.
Whee!
Yeah. All right. So we didn't give our grades for Wonder Woman yesterday.
Yeah, everybody probably knows our grades just by saying it. So, Wonder Woman, what was yours?
3.
1.
1.
1 or 0?
1 or 0.
Probably 0. Yeah, 0. 0, people.
It's not a 0. It's not a 0.
Yeah, I'll give it 1.
We didn't have to pay movie theater prices.
Yeah, that's
All right. So what's our grade for Soul?
My grade is a 9.
9? I'm giving it a 10.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've given any movie a 10 on here. I'm trying to think
How many
of
movies have we... Oh, we did all the...
Toy Stories.
Yes, all the Toy Stories.
We still need to get back to Star Wars.
I think we only like one.
And we only did 1. So yeah, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah, there's no way that I've given a 10 to any movies that we've reviewed. I'm thinking. I can't even think of anything. I gave a 10 to something.
Music.
Oh, I gave a 10 to the Hoop-Dee-Doo.
Oh.
But I don't even think we posted that. We might not have even posted that review. Disney's Hoop-Dee-Doo review. All right. Okay, stop. All right. Thanks for watching this live episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
18 minutes and 35 seconds.
18 minutes. We go a lot longer when we're live, even though not too many people are commenting. Thanks for watching, the few of you that did. And hopefully there's going to be something else that we review very soon. I don't have anything to do this week. And Olive's out of school. Penny's out of school. So yeah, we'll go to the store. We'll pick some stuff up. We'll review it.
We'll eat it.
Bye.
Bye.